So, guys, really quick, just to, kind of update on something I may have not finished saying on the other video because I was getting so excited when I was starting to remember that I wasn't crazy about what I was experiencing. These people. So basically, how I knew for the gentleman who said something about I was helping him with the voices, sir, you are absolutely not crazy. Because there was this man, what I was trying to say about the part about the man who said his name was Romello when he got on the Trimet light rail train with me, but he showed me an ID saying Darnell Ross. That dude told me that there was something that they had called red box, but he was playing with me though about it being called red box, and he showed me something. He was telling me about some of the stars in the sky, like if you wave and say hello to them, like he was really trying to mess with me. And he came trying to pretend he was trying to help, but he was the hitman at the same time. So that's why, be careful of some people that's trying to call themselves claiming that they're trying to help, because those were the people that were trying to get close so that they can complete a task, um, that they were set out to do. And he told me that there was something, and there was something called Redbox where this people were making people hear voices. I don't know if it was actually from the Redbox machine, but it would be quite clever if they did this, the CIA or the FBI or the NSA or whoever else orchestrated it, where all this would happen by some freaking machine that people go to every day to get DVDs, and then people not know that that machine's also something else that that emits frequencies and makes people hear certain voices to make them think that they're schizophrenic. And whatever the pills are, that's why I was careful when I went in the psychiatric hospital, because I was trying to make sure the pills that was prescribed to me were actually what they were. I even one time broke one of the pills in half to make sure they weren't trying to get me to take something like, I wouldn't be surprised if they made some people take a microphone. That's what I was trying to make sure, like they didn't put some device in the pill to make us swallow it and it stays or implants somewhere in our body. So I was going that crazy because all the stuff that I had seen happen that other people around me didn't know that was happening because they were being blinded. That's where this witchcraft spell comes into play, of the city being under a spell, because they'll look at someone out on the street, they'll be like, that person's crazy. So imagine going through the heavy gang stalking that I still didn't even describe part of what I was going through, and then still trying to look normal to other people so that they don't be alarmed, like, oh, something's crazy going on with that woman. And I had my son with me. I was out there homeless on the streets at times, and nobody called the freaking cops or anything to call to get me in the psychiatric hospital until after I got a place to stay. And the people that were staying in this freaking apartment was harassing me, and then I just went crazy at that point, but not crazy how they want to paint the picture. What happened was I was trying to get away from them. I went outside. People were coming to me with jackets that were wet and had a lighter on the inside. Someone went and lit up fire on the ground to make me think that we were going to catch on fire from the jacket being lit with gasoline, and had a lighter in the pocket that a woman came and gave to me that was wearing a purple rain shirt with prints on it, after they made voices come into the house or come emit towards me, acting like Prince was talking to me, saying some stuff about just sue his account for something, because I was put in an illegal marriage. They try to pretend it was Prince who had something to do with it. And I think they even make you have certain dreams. You could tell the difference from like the dreams that they try to well, actually, I take that back about the dreams. When I'm It's like a corruption of a dream. Like they try to twist or alter, come and mess with you in your dreams. That's what I should say. Because one time I had a dream of something, and then I had my computer, a computer was given to me from a woman named Shauna Thrower, who worked with YWCA, and she gave it to me. And then it, on the back of the computer, the initials from the Geek Squad dude who fixed it, his initials was MK. So when I saw that, and the reason what made me look at that is because when I woke up one time, it was something called I've been cross or Abis cross. I can't remember what the first part of the name is. Start with the I think. But I was, and the funny part is I was listening to a guy, not Elton John, but it's a song that was saying it was about angels. I have to find that song, and see if I can, once I find it, put it in the description box, because it was the guy. I can't remember his name all of a sudden, but I remember his face. It's this almost dorky, geeky looking dude that was singing a praise and worship song to God about heaven, and it might have actually been called Heaven. And it was talk about how an angel started singing on the song too. I used to listen to that song, but when I went to sleep and woke up, it was on some other angel type song, but the angels sound like they was demonic, like they were speaking some type of violent Latin language. Like they were speaking Latin, just like the dude who came in TD Jake's church and he started speaking this other language that sound like Latin, like pig Latin or something like that. And then all of a sudden his real voice came out. He said, "Oh my God," or "Oh God, I need help." And I felt so sorry for that Caucasian American man, European man, because he really needed help. But guess what? They got the security to escort him out of the church instead of helping him. That's when I knew we were in trouble, and that's when I looked at TD Jakes, and I ain't gonna lie, I talked shit about him bad when I saw it. Was like, "You lame MF in church piece of crap." And then shortly after that, all of a sudden this stuff comes out about him and going to Diddy party and stuff. I was like, see there, that's what happens when MFers like you be following this facade. Motherfuckers not saying curse words or nothing, but y'all want to talk shit about people who say curse words, and we be more upright than the people that's over there trying to have a facade smiling like Joel Osteen in your face. Meanwhile, they behind the scenes doing dirt stuff you wouldn't even imagine. And it's unfortunate because it's people that you actually like. For instance, Empress Lillian said something about Tasha K was in on helping these motherfuckers traffic kids. When I was devastated when I heard that, because I like Tasha K because one, she in Florida and she should know better because she grew up with motherfuckers molesting people. But sometimes what happens is people think that that's how life is, that, and like at least it's not them, so they get, as long as they get money, they gonna act like they don't know what's going on. So I hope that that's not what she's doing, and she getting on up here doing these interviews and trying to be all up in people business and calling herself exposing people, but not doing it for real, for real, like, but I get it though, because she got to make a bag too, for her family. Like I get what she's trying to do, but like it's understandable, but something's got to give. Like that's what people mean by repent, like turn from your wicked ways. And that's why I ask God to let even my family see the error of their ways, like he allowed me to see the error of my ways so that I can change things in my life as well. That I wasn't doing like stuff like trying to kill people. I still had, even in my wicked ways, I would say I had more of a pure heart than a lot of people. My wicked ways was more doing stuff like being out there in the street trying to hold for niggas that was no good, and dealing with gangsters and stuff, stealing from stores. Like I was the driver, but they knew I didn't have it in me. They forced me a couple times, like made fun of me, and tried to get me. I finally agreed though, not forced like hold a gun to my head. I agreed, but I was the person who was sent to in. They even saw my face and saw the innocence. They was like, there's no way she would be stealing or anything. And I was walking out the store with game systems and everything for them, and I didn't get shit for it. That's why I list the names of some of these people, because even after they tried to come at me and I gave them things, and they took from me and then still tried to come in my life to try to do other corrupt stuff, and I'm pretty sure they did it to other people. So I was exposing them because I was like, I'll be damned if y'all MFers think you're gonna just think you punked me and got away with it. You gonna live up. If you that hard ass MFer that you think you are, you gonna own up to. You gonna be a man. You gonna be a real woman. You gonna stand up and you gonna do what's right. You gonna do what you're supposed to do. And if you don't, then go ahead and continue down the path that you're going down. It ain't hurting nobody but your own self. So, not to be like forceful, but like if y'all want to act like y'all hard like that, I'm like, I'm gonna be up straight up and tell it like it is. And some of the people should know that I ain't scared. If you know where I live and I'm calling you out like that, I could be bringing you to me.